Welcome to Dirt Secrets, where we dig deep into the stories, strategy, and surprises of building and buying in Central Florida's hottest neighborhoods.
We're Kim and Amanda from Builders Concierge Group, your insiders in the builder world.
From helping builders create custom urban infill projects, even when that means knocking down an old home, to guiding buyers and relocation clients through every step.
We know the dirt, the deals, and the details that turn big dreams into beautiful addresses.
So grab your hard hat
And your coffee.
Let's dig in.
Welcome back to another episode of Dirt Secrets. This is going to be a new one for us. We're going to have two segments on this one topic, market trends. It's really great content, a lot of information. We don't want to bombard you with 40 minutes worth of content, et cetera, et cetera. So we wanted to split it up because we do want you to pay attention to both of these. 2026 market trends, things going on, things everybody needs to hear, whether you're a seller, you're a buyer, you're a builder. Pay attention to this information. This is going to be the first of two, and we hope you enjoy it. Welcome back to another episode of Dirt Secrets. I'm Amanda.
And I'm Kim.
Today we're going to talk about market trends.
Always exciting. Have you ever noticed how some houses sell right away in new construction and some just sit? That's not luck, it's a trend.
Oh, it's a trend, and there's a lot of reasons why that we probably need to dive into today from our sellers out there, whether it's resale or new construction. These are things we really want to talk about because we know why. We see all your buyers every single day in all of our homes, and they tell us why.
And if you think about building, buying, or investing in new construction, this episode could help save you a lot of money on a trend.
And time is money. So the faster you get off market, the more money you make. That first offer is almost always your best offer. We got to talk about it. I mean, how many times
are you listening?
Are builders listening? So we've got to pay attention to these things. So. The market speaks. So there's a couple things on trends that I want to bring up before we really dive into each sub-market. So there's a couple little things that really, every realtor is going to tell you this, that's going to list or sell your house. I need you to listen to them. You're hiring them as an expert. So pay attention. Buyers tell you what your house is worth. I don't know a better way to say it.
No better way.
They're going to tell you in two ways, not directly to your face, because some of them will, but most of them won't.
Most people are very polite.
Nice.
They really are. Their mama's raised well.
But they're going to come in and see your home, and you're either going to get lots of traffic and no offers, or you're going to get no traffic. And that's a price problem. Both ways, it's a price problem. Pay attention to those things and act fast. It's like in business.
Yeah,
when you need to make a change,
have to pivot.
Do it fast and be fast to correct and be fast to take it off the table too if it's not working.
Yeah, and we are in spring selling season. Waiting around 2 or 3 weeks to see what's going to happen is deadly.
No,
absolutely deadly.
And we're getting tremendous traffic right now.
It's been so busy.
I think we had 14, 15 people through
It's
one of our new listings last
busy.
weekend. Oh my gosh.
It's exciting to see how the market's heating back up. It really is.
Oh, for sure. Oh, interest rates are helping us there too.
Interest rates are helping us. Massive snowstorms in the Midwest and the Northeast are helping
Florida
us.
just keeps looking better and better.
It does.
Only in Florida, there's a thing there too, but yeah, it's still there.
So but there's still neighborhoods that people gravitate towards.
Of course.
There's still neighborhoods that are stronger than others, that there's low inventory. There's always someone, I had someone call me the other day and they want to live in Baldwin, which is a perpetually popular neighborhood.
Yeah.
And, you think about that, there's about 400 to 500 houses there, excluding like the compartments and stuff.
Yeah.
And so you look in there and there's 7 for sale at all price ranges, 7 single family homes. I'm like, well, there's not a lot to choose from. So neighborhoods like that are well established, and they're still exciting to buyers when they come into town. And they're things that relocation buyers, especially, they've heard of. They have a friend who's lived there, or they call a friend and say, "Oh, you should look at this." So that name recognition on a neighborhood, it definitely adds to the price tag.
Oh, and if you have friends there, it's always choose your neighbor.
Absolutely,
you're going to encourage your friends.
Absolutely, and it's a combination.
Near me,
it's combination of the great schools and proximity and everything. But
yeah.
Another neighborhood that, like Nona, still on fire. Don't always get it, but a lot of other people do.
Well, if you live there, you have to get to the airport. I mean, we just had a friend move there.
Absolutely.
Yeah. I mean, it works
Absolutely.
for her because she's a flight attendant.
Yeah.
She flies all the time.
Yeah.
It is a heavily populated area.
It is.
So there's certain times of the day that you don't want to be on Narcoossee. I mean, it just is what it is. So if you do have to commute, that's probably not your location. But if you can stay and work there, the VA hospital, your hours, it's an amazing place to live, but it's definitely not for everyone.
No.
But nothing is.
But there's just so much. I mean, there is everything down there.
Everything.
It's like what Waterford. It's like what Waterford was, 15, 20 years ago. You're like going, there's every single retailer, restaurant.
I drive, park, and I can go anywhere I want
on the planet. What do I want? Yeah, the endless choices, definitely. And like you said, the proximity of the airport's great. If you do commute, if you are an air commuter, I think it's a fantastic place to live. I'd have to have a helicopter if I lived there, but that's just.
Well, we've got a client building a helipad or vertical. What do they call it? Anyway, there's going to be vertical.
Vertical taxis.
Vertical electric taxis.
Yeah. Oh, wow.
So you can do that. See, maybe it makes Lake Nona even more desirable.
And I'm sure control
when that gets built.
I'm sure people that have control issues like you and I would just take one of those all day long. I can't even wrap my head around the self-driving car.
I can't either.
I watched it go by. I was in San Francisco and they were testing
my car's self-driven me, and I don't like it.
I don't like it. I don't like it. So what about Winter Park? Winter Park's one of those neighborhoods that once again perennially for a century or more has been popular with people coming into the area.
It's probably, our number one city in Central Florida. And I'm not combining that with the coast, but here locally in the Orlando metro area. Park Avenue's just absolutely
it is so much
amazing.
Fun.
The shopping. I love Greenville, South Carolina, but the shopping is weak. The shopping, the food, the restaurants. We still got to go try Ava. I can't wait for that. There's just so many things to do there. And when you live, especially in proximity to that, it's very, very expensive.
It is expensive.
But it's gorgeous. The city of Winter Park does an amazing job with interest on all their homes. And what I mean by that is you don't build boxes, and they have to be set off at different levels. The garage it's a percentage. It's a little more complicated to figure out what you can build
a little more complicated
in Winter Park, but it keeps that custom feel of that community really alive. So I think that Winter Park's, I mean, it's still hot. It's very expensive to find dirt, which is Dirt Secrets. That's what we're looking for. If you got any, we need it. But that is definitely a destination for the right person. The schools are fantastic. There's just
the park spaces. I think they've just done such a great job. And we're going to talk on an upcoming episode about the Winter Park 9. I did not realize I had been there since 1911.
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Oh,
and it's
gorgeous.
Still publicly accessible. It's beautifully maintained. I'm sure every developer in town has eyed it. I know I've driven by there a few times going, would some houses look great there? But it's great that they've preserved it and that it's a quick course too. I love that it's 9 holes because in our busy lives, we don't always have time to go do the whole 18 thing. But I think that they've just done a tremendous job overall with their tree canopy, the maintenance of the streets. I mean,
absolutely.
It's definitely still gorgeous.
Your power lines. They've implemented this. And if you have a power line, just call the city. They're going to bury it. It's really cool. But they're getting everything buried. And it's just so clean and beautiful.
It's gorgeous.
So yeah,
you can see why people pay a premium to live there.
You do pay a premium.
Absolutely.
It's probably $300 to $600 more a foot.
It's a lot.
In College Park.
It's a lot.
But it is, again, there's some different things there. And the city of Orlando does an amazing job too. In Orange County.
They really
very
do.
different. But they're doing the same type of thing for us here in College Park.
They're a little behind Winter Park, but they're trying to say the same trends. They've gotten a little bit more involved in the architecture. Making sure that there's difference. They haven't started with the articulating walls yet, but they're very conscious about roof lines and window styles and things like that, which will just help to add to the aesthetics of the whole thing.
Absolutely.
So
not being just a giant garage door up front.
Right.
I mean,
and I know that on my street, I live in the city of Orlando. They've been really they've been tree trimming. They're here before storm season, really getting the canopy up, which just makes the trees healthier and look better.
Oh, absolutely.
But I'm really pleased with the way they've really started thinking about their streetscapes. And we sat in on that downtown development meeting last month.
We
And
talked about that in a previous
wow, I'm
episode.
like going, you do all that, I'm moving downtown.
Right.
I mean,
The walkability.
amazing. Oh, amazing.
Oh my God,
little
it's going to
parks
be
and stuff.
incredible.
Yeah, we'll talk about that again. Now, you know about Dr. Phillips.
I do know about Dr. Phillips.
I know about Restaurant Row. That's as far as I'd go about Dr. Phillips. I kidding. But you tell us, I mean, where would you, if you were moving back into town, what would draw you to Dr. Phillips?
Being very close to Restaurant Row and walking and not having to drive anywhere. I mean, I really don't want to drive. The traffic down there, and it's amazing. Sand Lake Road, getting off on Sand Lake onto from I-4 onto Sand Lake. Excuse me. That used to.
They've redone it,
and even with the mess of construction that's there, I'm never more than one light and waiting, no matter what time of day it is. So I just raise my kids there. I still have a lot of friends and business and stuff that we do down there. So I do get down there a good bit. My doctors, everybody's down there. So
a lot of services, a lot of good retail, a lot of good restaurants, definitely.
But I would need walkability. I mean, the traffic there, they've
and
allowed
a
lot
couple
of
those
apartments.
little neighborhoods have tried, like that one that's up there. Is it Delagio? The one,
Delagio.
Yeah. They've definitely tried by building it right behind that retails where you can walk down there and enjoy all that. And I think I think you'll see more trends like that. I think you'll see more trying to create little walkable pockets. It's such a suburb. Yeah, it's such a suburb, and it's older. I don't know that they'll ever be able to do the whole thing, but I do think you'll see more little walkable pockets like that.
Absolutely.
Because a lot of people love there. Once they get there, they're like, okay, I'm an empty nester, but now I'm going to go into like a golf villa or, something of that nature, but they don't want to leave.
Because the lots are large.
Yep.
And they're single family. They're single story.
Yeah, a lot of
them are single story because of, the city planning that was done there. 70s and 80s to really develop that area. We've got catch up like in Claremont in different areas. They're playing catch up, but that just did a great job with a lot of little communities. It's funny, my old business partner, Lee Clark, he's got a picture, an aerial from Rob Reike that took of Sand Lake Road and Dr. Phillips Boulevard that was nothing there. There was literally nothing there. And that was 40 years ago. Not quite.
Oh, when I first moved to Orlando, it was still a very nascent area.
Yeah. It was their construction trailer. Just like, and now look at it.
Yeah.
But it's a fantastic area. Again, that single story house. If you just need to stay local, you're not really having to commute a lot. I think it's a fantastic location and
definitely probably draws more international buyers than any other pocket in Orlando.
Windermere, Kissimmee, and Dr. Phillips. Yeah, for those reasons, like Buena Vista. They're gonna draw the most for that. So I saw a lot of foreign national buyers down there, and what great people. Well, most of them. Like I guess we could say about anything, but the majority for sure. But yeah,
you're coming here on vacation. What's not to be happy about?
And buying a vacation
and buying a vacation home. Exactly.
A lot of cash too, which is a nice thing to do. So it's a great community if you're looking for, several different factors there. Great place to raise your kids, great schools, beautiful area.
Most definitely. Well, and these neighborhoods are pretty popular for all of those reasons because they've got, great schools, great retail available, services near you. Nobody wants to drive forever to get to an appointment. And so it's nice that it's everything down there. And long-term value.
Right.
It's like those are all a good solid buy. If you buy there, you will not be sorry.
Location is always king.
You will not be sorry.
To fit who you are for our relocation buyers, and we'll talk about that in another one.
Yeah.
But it is definitely where do you need to be first and foremost? And then where's the best location that's going to location, help you with your value? Because I mean, this is where you raise your family. This is where you feel safe. This is also an investment vehicle. So it is definitely something we have to look at all factors.
Absolutely. Well, all of these new homes that we're putting in these pockets all over, it's changing. The designs are changing because our way we're living's changing. I'm a big trend and stats person, and I'm just flabbergasted at the number of multi-generational households that have expanded especially since the pandemic.
Absolutely.
But it's funny, you thought that after it was over, those households would have split up, but they've kind of gone, hey, this is working.
Yep.
It's like, and it's funny because it's hearkening back to the way we used to live
That's
before
right.
World War II.
Mhm.
There were many multi-generational households. I can remember my great-grandmother moved in with my grandmother, when she couldn't take care of herself anymore, but she still helped around the house. And,
Yeah.
there was 3 generations living in one
Right.
home very harmoniously and in a much smaller home that we live in today. But I think that, you and I have seen a lot more people saying, I must have that second suite on the downstairs. The city of Orlando has greatly loosened up their restrictions on ADUs, which I think is wonderful. I mean, what
Helps
better
for a housing shortage?
Yeah, for the housing shortage, but what better, to have a safe place for your parents to age, and you don't have to worry about getting to an assisted living that's 45 minutes away, and they're right there. And we're going to see a whole lot more requests for that sort of thing because we're kind of the sandwich generation. It's like still raising kids, but still have parents, that need our help. So we're going to see a lot more call for that. And in these 2-story urban settings, that's hard to accommodate. But I think that all the builders need to carefully look at their plans and make sure they're at least driving a couple
100%.
suites down. And more apartments, you'll see a lot more apartments over garages. There's a great place. There's a great place. Well, technically it'd be part of the house, but with a separate entrance and a separate kitchen so that, people can, once again, with affordability, if you're not, why not have that as a rental, property and, offset some of your mortgage. My sister, I'm helping her right now convert her basement because she's sitting there looking at everybody around her, and she lives in another market in Johnson, in Tennessee. But she's like, wow, all these people are renting this useless space out and making and offsetting their mortgage. I'm like, it's a house hack. It's one of those where
absolutely.
a lot of people are buying a duplex and then renting out the other half. And anytime you can have someone else pay your mortgage, it's a good thing, or at least offset some of it.
It's an investment vehicle.
What's your favorite style that you've seen lately? I mean, we've seen there's some trends that have held in, but what resonates with you, and what do you think's resonating with our buyers?
I really like that coastal beachy look. Is probably my favorite. I love that new elevation that we just did. The one I was going to tell you about, we have a client that is building true double masters, one up, one down, and building that generational home because we're answering that call. So we're in the process of designing it. So if you do have somebody looking for that, we will be doing that here in the next, 12 months, it'll be done. And that coastal, we're actually talking about that same elevation, that coastal elevation on this home. I might be leading that because I like it. So maybe I'm wrong, but I really love it.
I think it's soothing. I think it's one of those things where you look at it and you're going, it's traditional, but it's a little more fun.
Yeah.
Because you can put some color in the shutters and the front doors, and you can do your landscaping a little more tropical. I think that that's very appealing to people, especially if you've never lived in Florida.
Yeah. And that Florida style home, it becomes a little plain. But you go to the beach and you see all these homes and it's your happy place, or at least it's mine. So, when I see it here, it's just like, I'm on vacation.
It is. It does. It feels like a vacation at home. Yeah.
I really love the coastal look. And what West Indies? I really like a West Indies
that's a
look.
variation of it. Yeah, a little bit more formal variation.
A little bit more formal, but gorgeous. I mean, I'm not an ultra contemporary person. Of course, the city really doesn't. There's a lot of areas we can't build that right now in several places. But we still have people ask for it. What is your favorite?
I like the mid-century modern take on the tradition, on the transitional or modern house. It's like it still harkens back and gives you like that prairie style from like the 20s, the teens and 20s, but with the adding the wood, the Trex type siding and the more modern front door and garage doors. I think it just ties it all together. And the mid-mod, there's just so much great furniture out there right now. It's just definitely maybe it's done and I'm just still loving it. I don't know, but it's just clean lines and nice woods, and I think that's appealing. I think we went pretty modern. Like a decade ago, people were doing a lot
Absolutely.
of white shiny floors and a lot of white cabinets and a lot of glossy finishes. And I
Mhm.
think the mid-mod gives you clean lines, but softer colors and
Mhm.
textures and materials. So that's
I
my fave.
love terrazzo. And I
Yeah.
love that now that we
It's
have a
cool,
porcelain
isn't it?
tile with it.
Mhm.
God, I love that look. It's
Mhm.
another soft look. It
Mhm.
also
It
kind of
is.
takes you back to your
It
grandma.
does. It does. It's cool and, easy to care for,
Yeah.
and I think that's definitely another
Ah.
trend we're gonna see is everybody's like, nobody wants anything that's hard to take care of. Nobody wants,
No.
even when people are picking faucets and cabinets and cabinet handles, no
attention.
one's doing things with like little ridges or details or, used to do things with little beads on them. It was like, oh, no, I'm going to wipe that down.
Once you do it, you won't do it again.
Yeah,
It's like
exactly.
the 2000s, we had the dark, shiny
Mhm.
wood floors
Mhm.
in the very
Oh, yeah.
Spanish Mediterranean
That
stuff.
showed every speck of
Everything.
dust.
Every
Yeah.
footprint, every
Mhm. Mhm.
dog hair,
Mhm.
every piece
Mhm.
of dust.
Mhm.
That's a floor you can take
Yeah.
care of on a daily basis. So
Absolutely.
we got away from it. It looks beautiful,
It
but we have to
does
get
when
away
it's
from
brand new
things
and nobody lives on it. It's
when
fantastic.
nobody has to walk.
We put Swifter shoes on everybody as they walk in. Just like walk around in Swifter for me.
That's comfortable.
That's another episode of Dirt Secrets where we uncover the real stories and strategies behind building and buying in Central Florida.
If you're a builder ready to make your mark with a custom urban infill project, a buyer looking for the perfect home, or someone relocating here for a fresh start, we're here to guide you from blueprint to closing.
Make sure to follow the show on your favorite podcast app so you never miss a single secret and to stay ahead of the market.
You can find us at buildersconciergegroup.com or on Instagram and Facebook at Builders Concierge Group, where we share listings, behind-the-scene tours, and sneak peeks of what's coming next.
We'd love to hear from you. Send your questions, your dream home wish list, or your own dirt secret, and we might feature it in a future episode.
Remember, whether you're breaking ground, buying your first home, or finding your Florida forever home,
the right property isn't just built, it's crafted with the right team, the right strategy, and the right connections.
you've been listening to Dirt Secrets, and we'll see you on the next episode.